Tesla has reached a new deal with Panasonic for battery supply, and the new Tesla Panasonic 3-year deal means more batteries and Nevada expansion. Welcome back, friends. This is Armen Harayan from TorqueNews.com. This is a developing story about Tesla batteries and possibly the battery day. So if you're here for the first time, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and ring the notification bell so you may be notified when I upload our next stories about Tesla batteries and Tesla in general later today. Tesla has reached a new 3-year deal with Panasonic for battery supply from Gigafactory Nevada. The growth of Gigafactory 1 in Nevada has been impressive, and the factory quickly became the largest lithium-ion battery factory in the world. But earlier this year, Tesla said that Panasonic's battery cell production was limiting Model 3 production. Initially, Panasonic invested $1.6 billion in the factory to reach a battery cell production capacity of 35 gigawatt-hours. The company had issues reaching the target, and according to recent reports, the Tesla-Panasonic relationship has hit hard times as Tesla is making moves to make its own batteries. They were supposed to keep growing the factory, which Tesla said could eventually produce up to 105 gigawatt-hour of battery cells and 150 gigawatt-hour of battery packs in order to support Tesla's growing business. With Tesla making moves to produce its own batteries and Panasonic having a hard time ramping up, these plans for expansions have reportedly been put on hold. However, we heard indications that Panasonic was still open to growing at Tesla Gigafactory late last year, and that the Japanese battery giant announced that it is finally making money at Gigafactory Nevada last month. If you remember, this news came last month and Torque News reported it in case you would like to find the reference. Now, Tesla has announced that it has amended its deal with Panasonic for batteries produced at Gigafactory Nevada. Here is a quote from that announcement. On June 10, by the way, this started on June 10. On June 10, 2020, Tesla Incorporation and Tesla Motors Netherlands B.V, collectively Tesla, and Panasonic Corporation and Panasonic Corporation of North America, collectively Panasonic, entered into an amendment and restatement, the 2020 GTC, of the general terms and conditions entered into between Tesla and Panasonic on October 1, 2014, as amended, which governs certain agreement for Panasonic to manufacture lithium-ion battery cells for Tesla at Gigafactory Nevada. The 2020 GTC, among other things, modifies the terms to expire 10 years after Panasonic achieves certain manufacturing milestones. Tesla didn't go into details, but it mentions that the new deal relates to specific terms between the parties with respect to pricing, planning, investments, and new technology, as well as production capacity commitment by Panasonic and purchase volume commitments by Tesla over the first 2 years of the agreement. Now, what is interesting is that this agreement is between Tesla and Tesla Motors Netherlands. If you don't know what Tesla Motors Netherlands is, please know that in Tilburg in Netherlands, Tesla has a specific assembly plant. It's not a gigafactory, it's an assembly plant where Tesla basically assembles Model S and Model X vehicles, electric vehicles, for the European market and North European market. Now, the gigafactory will be in Berlin, outside of Berlin, in Grünheide. Now, this is a very interesting development. Let me talk about a little bit why this matters and what can happen with this. Obviously, we don't have the details of the agreement, but if I was to speculate, I would presume that Panasonic has agreed to increase its investment in Gigafactory Nevada in order to increase volume and produce new batteries designed with Tesla and probably for Tesla. It might also mean that we might finally see the factory expand beyond its current structure after years of the buildings looking the same. The details are likely to be announced at Battery Day, Tesla Battery Day, since it's likely part of the broader battery supply plan. However, we haven't heard anything new about Tesla Battery Day, and I'm starting to doubt that it may not be done in June, because in June Tesla would be focusing on pushing the sales at the end of the second quarter. Now let me tell you a little bit why this new 3-year battery agreement between Tesla and Panasonic matters. Last month, Panasonic's CFO Hirokazu Umeda said they were seeing strong demand for Tesla's battery cells. Umeda signaled interest in expanding the Nevada factory. Panasonic and Tesla's relationship, like I mentioned a little bit ago, has been worsening over the past years, and the automaker is moving toward making its own batteries. Their joint venture to manufacture solar roofs tiles has already come to an end. But the Chinese battery maker Contemporary Amperex Technology Corporation Limited, known as CATL, is working with Tesla on creating a so-called million-mile battery which can last as long as 16 years and 1.24 million miles. The timing of this Tesla-Panasonic battery announcement is fascinating and exactly lines up with the lowering price of the Model 3, Model X, and Model S. We can probably assume that the new contract between Tesla and Panasonic, the new battery deal, means cheaper batteries and higher volume. Even just 10 to 15% drop of battery price will account for the car price drop as well. Imagine if Tesla cars are dropped by 10 or 15%. What a big difference it will make in terms of pushing more sales. Also, this explains the semi announcement that Tesla made a few days ago. Now that they have more batteries, they can make the announcement of, making semis and accelerating the semi trucks production. And this is clearly their blueprint. Max out all the batteries they can buy from CATL and Panasonic in the next 3 years, while scaling up Tesla's own battery production as all this new Gigafactory is building out. That's very smart. What is unclear is what will happen after 3 years. Also, this deal can explain the lowering of Tesla's prices, especially the 5,000 drop in pricing of the 402-mile Model S that was announced 2 days ago. If you are interested in that, please look in our report under the video section. We covered that extensively. Now, a user named Gregory Warrington writes on Electrek's discussion board saying, "I think it is important to remember just how many batteries Tesla will need to ramp up all of its productions, or to ramp up all of its cars, all of its products. I can see it focusing its own battery supply tech on its vehicles, where the demand for battery performance and innovation are very important, and then using all of these partnerships to help meet the demand for all of its other products. The way Tesla likes to always innovate means it is difficult to get into these long contracts with suppliers. If they control their battery supply for their vehicles, they can innovate and change at their own pace. All of the grid storage products don't require the same type of innovation to stay competitive, and they can rely on partners to supply the batteries. Now let's think about what may be happening at the Tesla Battery Day. So CATL is making million-mile batteries for Tesla in China, and Panasonic continues in Nevada. After this, a Tesla battery breakthrough to be revealed at the Battery Day, to be honest, seems less likely, or at least less like a step change. Although Elon promised that the Battery Day will be very exciting, but now we have all these deals coming. What will Tesla present? I was hoping, what will Tesla present at the Battery Day? I was hoping Tesla would announce a big leap in cost efficiency and density of its own new batteries during the Battery Day. But right now, so far, we have been seeing that contracts after contracts. Now, I don't know how great are the most proclaimed battery advances, but while Battery Day will be interesting, it apparently won't be revolutionary, except maybe to do with the electrodes. I'm sure battery chemistry is slowly advancing, but the big innovation will probably be elsewhere. But I'm still hoping that Tesla will surprise us on the battery day with something of its own battery cells, much better than what we have seen so far in the media and in other battery companies. If you have any opinions on that, I would love to hear from you in the comments section. Now, things that seem to be happening are stuff like cobalt-free batteries that are less energy dense but last longer and are less likely to catch fire, which is good. And I would be all in favor of eliminating cobalt from batteries. This could be the million-mile battery that allows vehicle to grid vehicle to grid service. Now, to conclude, I have a question. Tesla has contract with LG Chem, 2-year contract with Cattle, 3-year battery contract with Panasonic. So the batteries produced in Tesla is yet another late project. Is Tesla delaying its own in-house battery project or just covering its bases while with all these contracts while working on its own in-house advanced batteries? What do you think, friends? Let me know what your thoughts in the discussions section, please. In the meantime, this is Armen Harayan from torquenews.com. This is a developing story about Tesla batteries and future Tesla growth. So if you are interested, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and I'll see you in our next report. Have a wonderful rest of the day. God bless you and take good care of your families and loved ones.